Hey, what's happening, everyone? It is I, the man, the myth, the mustache, Tim here, and I've got a brand new video for you. Welcome to part 8 of What If Deku Had 100% OFA Remastered. Please sit back and relax because you are in for a treat. With that little intro out of the way, let's get this story rolling, shall we? With their uniforms and gear in hand, the students met their teachers in front of the testing facility. Principal Nezu stepped out of the crowd of teachers and said, "You all probably have some idea of what you'll be doing for the final exams, which is why we are totally changing things up." This statement surprised the students, who gave out a huge scream. The principal then continued by explaining the exams. "You will be fighting as teachers in teams of 2. You win if you either capture the teacher using these handcuffs or escape to call for help." Ashido then asked, "Wait, that is way unfair. You guys have a lot more experience and training." Nezu then answered the students' concerns. "Don't worry about that. We'll be wearing handicaps in the form of these weights made by Mei Hatsume. They add a third of our body weight." This calmed the students a bit. Aizawa then spoke up. "Now to announce the battles. We have decided upon these based on relationships, weaknesses, strengths, and other multiple factors. The first fight will be Bakugo and Midoriya against me. The second will be Hagakure and Shoji against Snipe. The third, Mineta and Sero against Midnight. The fourth, Koda and Jiro against President Mike. The fifth, Ojiro and Ida against Power Loader. The sixth, Kirishima and Sato against Cementos. The seventh, Ashido and Kaminari against the principal. The eighth, Uaraka and Aoyama against 13. The ninth, Asui and Tokoyami against Ectoplasm. And the 10th fight will be Yaoyorozu and Todoroki against..." While Aizawa was saying this, a figure came out of the building as Aizawa finished, saying, "Endeavor." Todoroki looked at his father angry, but his classmates calmed him down. Aizawa said to Bakugo and Midoriya, "You two have 10 minutes to get ready before we go to the urban area for your exam. Use it however you want, although I would recommend you use it to strategize." He then left them to prepare himself. Midoriya turned to Bakugo and said, "Come on, Kacchan, we need to come up with a strategy to fight him." Bakugo turned to leave before he said, "You know what, Deku? I won't need your help. As far as I'm concerned, you can just run and hide. That's all you're good for anyway." Midoriya looked at Bakugo thinking, Aizawa can be a huge pain. Under normal circumstances, we could each beat him individually. But with his quirk, we're at a huge disadvantage. Plus, we'll probably get in each other's way. Midoriya then went to stop Bakugo and said, "Come on! We aren't going to be able to do anything if we act like this." Bakugo hit Midoriya's hand away and kept walking. 15 minutes later at the housing district, the two were ready to go. Midoriya, knowing that he and Bakugo were always at odds, thought, "Let's get this over with." Midoriya powered up to about 20%, and in full cowling, running around the urban area, reaching the exit in 17.2 seconds, before anything, not even a first blow, could be thrown. The rest of the other fights went pretty much the same as it did in the anime, all of them except for the last one. Todoroki and Yaoyorozu versus Endeavor. The two students found themselves in a city area. Todoroki explained to Yaoyorozu what the plan was. "I'll be the main attack. I'll hit him with barrages of both ice and fire, while you support with cannons and other stuff from the back." As Todoroki went to enact the plan, Yaoyorozu grabbed him by the arm. She carefully says, "Todoroki, I think you're too emotional in this case. Maybe I should be the one to come up with a plan." Todoroki breathed for a moment and said, "Sorry, Yaoyorozu. Go ahead. Tell me your plan." Yaoyorozu began to explain her plan to Todoroki. "Against your father, you'll be too emotional. You should try to keep a cool head. But above all, we should avoid the fight and go to the exit. Endeavor is the #1 hero now. We don't have much chance of beating him. But if we do engage, maybe this will be a good weapon." She proceeded to make a binding cloth using her quirk. Todoroki asked, "Why are you making Aizawa's binding cloth?" Yaoyorozu replied, "I don't know the exact composition. This one's a little different. It's made out of a special alloy that becomes solid when heated. That and these will give us the advantage." Soon after, she made 2 fire extinguishers. From the main street, Endeavor could be heard shouting, "Shoto! Come out and face me!" Todoroki kept his cool and said, "Okay, he's in the middle of the street. Let's go around, as you said. We should avoid fighting." The students ran through the alleys, coming out onto the main street. Endeavor noticed them and threw a huge fire blast at them, which was blocked by a thick ice wall, which slowly melted by the end of the attack. Todoroki then threw a huge iceberg attack at Endeavor. He ran away and told Yaoyorozu to follow him, saying, "Come on, we have to get going." Not long after, Endeavor melted through the ice and went after the two students. He approached the two and went after Todoroki. When he was about to blast him, Yaoyorozu used the fire extinguisher at Endeavor's face. Endeavor stumbled back, wiping the foam off as he couldn't see. During this, Yaoyorozu used the binding cloth around Endeavor. Todoroki then used his flames to attack Endeavor, making the cloth solidify, trapping his dad. They then put the cuffs on Endeavor and won the exam. When they returned to the facility, Endeavor told Todoroki, "Good job, Shoto. You did well. Avoiding the fight was the right choice." Todoroki dismissed Endeavor's statement by giving him the cold shoulder. With the exams over, the students reconvened in the classroom, where Aizawa told them that everybody who failed the exam would also be going to the forest training camp. It was just a logical deception to get the students to give their best. Ida said, "If you keep doing that, don't you think we'll lose trust in what you say?" Aizawa responded, "Think whatever you want." After a trip to the mall where everything went normal, since Shigaraki was building his army, Midoriya got a message from Bakugo. The message said, "Meet me at the clearing in the forest in an hour, you damn nerd." An hour later, Midoriya had gone home to leave the stuff he bought at the mall and went to the clearing in the forest. Bakugo was waiting there and said, "You're late, Deku." Midoriya responded, "Sorry, I kinda had something to do first." Midoriya and Bakugo had a small discussion about how he had gotten so powerful. Bakugo screamed at him, "I didn't even throw a punch in our exam! You just rushed through the gates in seconds! How are you so damn fast? I was supposed to be number 1, Deku, not you! How did a quirkless wannabe become so powerful?" Midoriya said, "Through training, Kacchan. I trained hard, and my quirk, superpower, manifested while I did." Bakugo scoffed. "Bullshit, Deku! I heard a rumor the villain that All Might defeated could transfer quirks. It's obvious you and All Might are connected in some way. He's been behind you this whole time, supporting you. So tell me how you got All Might's quirk." Midoriya was surprised that Bakugo figured it all, and stood there processing the information. Bakugo continued, "You aren't trying to deny it, so it must be true." Midoriya replied, "So what if it is? All Might chose me, Bakugo. He chose me as his successor. I'm the one who will become the world's next symbol of peace." Bakugo got in a stance. "Get ready then." Caught off guard, Midoriya asked, "What do you mean?" Bakugo replied, "I want you to show me the power of the number 1 hero." "Wait, Bakugo, that could kill you if you use all my power." Bakugo scoffed this off. "I don't care how much power you use. I just want you to show me." As he attacked Midoriya with an explosion. Midoriya easily dodged the attack and hit Bakugo in the stomach with a 17% smash, making him vomit and stumble back. Bakugo fell to his knees from the pain, but he got up and threw another huge explosion at Midoriya, who used one of his fingers to stop the explosion and send it backwards. Midoriya then ran at Bakugo, adrenaline pumping through his body. He powered up his fist at 31% and punched Bakugo, stopping right before he hit Bakugo's face. Midoriya then said, "Looks like I win, Kacchan." Bakugo fell back and looked behind him, seeing all the trees that were behind him broken. Midoriya, in good sportsmanship, helped Bakugo up and asked him, "Are you alright, Kacchan?" "I'll be fine, Deku. Just know that I will surpass you. I will be number 1. You hear me? Number 1!" Midoriya looked at Bakugo with a look of determination and told him, "No, you won't. But I'm looking forward to the challenge." And that's our video for today, so thank you all for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it. Before we go, there's a little bit of housekeeping I want to do. First, We the Celestials has many other channels and content for your entertainment and viewing pleasures. So please, all the information you'll need is right below in the description, so feel free to check out all the other incredible content our team creates. Second, on behalf of We the Celestials, I want to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details are also in the description. Give the writer and the editor some love, they do a lot of work here. But that's it for today's video, so thank you all for sticking around and have an amazing day. And as always, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and stay awesome. This has been Tim, Mustache out.